The Chinese company Blackview has one device that looks pretty nice on paper. We are talking about the R7 phone. It has some pretty good specs and it costs just below $190 US. This is Linus, learn more in our full review. The phone ships with all the usual stuff, and some extras include the USB OTG cable, a screen protector, a pair of earphones, and a soft TPU case. When it comes to the design, the Blackview R7 is pretty comfortable to hold in the hand. It uses metal chassis that goes all around the device. It's hard to tell if the metal was used in the backplate, but it has a primer coating which is similar to the LG G5, which feels like plastic to me. As far as camera, we have a 13 megapixels OmniVision sensor which is coupled with a single LED flash. The fingerprint scanner is not the fastest I've seen, but it unlocks your phone from the standby mode and it is pretty accurate. The buttons, which sit on the right side, are made of metal too. They are tactile, but the problem is that they rattle quite a bit. Same can be said about the hybrid dual SIM card slot. We have a 5.5 inches 1080p display, which is covered with a Gorilla Glass 3. It is pretty sharp and vivid, but I wish it had a higher brightness output for a better sunlight legibility. A front-facing camera has 8 megapixels. One of the disappointments of this device is that there is no notification LED light and the capacitive buttons are not backlit. It is strange that Blackview did not implement these features considering the price of the phone. The loudspeaker quality is just mediocre, as I would love to hear more depth and balance. One of the main selling points of this device is its powerful internals. The Blackview R7 ships with an octa-core MediaTek Helio P10 chip, which has the maximum clock speeds of 2 GHz, 4 GB of RAM, and 32 GB of storage, which can be further expanded via the microSD card slot. These kind of specs sound impressive, but in real life, the phone struggles handling some 3D games like Asphalt 8 if you play them on highest graphics. On the other hand, changing the graphics to medium solves this issue and the phone handles the game with just a few skipped frames. I've tested the phone with some other games like Noah 3 and the device handles them pretty well. The phone gets a little warm, but it does not alter the gaming performance. The phone ships with the Android 6.0, but it has Blackview's skin on top of it, which removes the app tray for some reason. Also, we have some redesigned icons and some other design touches. There are a few features like gesture and motion controls that work pretty well, but the phone could recognize gesture input a little bit faster. So far, I didn't have any hiccups or lag, and the phone performs well on the daily basis. The daylight image quality is pretty good for the price. In general, the photos look quite sharp. A few shortcomings would be that the camera struggles adjusting the dynamic range in some of the shots. Also, there were a few close-up images that were not as sharp as I expected, but other macro shots look just great. The low-light camera performance is not the worst I've seen, but it has the shortcomings that are common to most of the phones in this price range: a low amount of detail and a high level of noise. The video quality could be pretty good, but there is a noticeable choppiness when panning the phone. A selfie camera is pretty good and it will do the trick for social media if you take pictures in good lighting. I didn't have any connectivity issues. Even the GPS lock speeds were quite fast and the GPS was accurate. The phone ships with a 3000 mAh battery that performs pretty well for its capacity. You should expect just over 4 hours of screen on time, but the results may vary depending on the usage. When you need to recharge the battery, the phone supports quick charge tech. I was able to fully charge the phone in just 1 hour and 20 minutes. The Blackview R7 aims to bring some great specs at the price of less than $190 US. Well, it delivers in some ways. The phone is well built and its sparsely sharp display, and the user interface performs well. Also, the Blackview R7's camera can take some good looking daylight images for the price. And in addition, the phone has a decent battery life and a pretty accurate fingerprint scanner. However, the Helio P10 processor may sound impressive on paper, but it can only handle games like Asphalt 8 on medium graphics. On the other hand, I've tested the phone mainly with the most demanding 3D games, so other games should work just fine. Other shortcomings would be that the buttons and the SIM card tray rattle quite a bit, and the phone does not have neither notification LED light nor backlit capacitive buttons. At the end of the day, the Blackview R7 still brings quite a lot of value to the table for the price. The phone definitely has more pros than cons, but make sure to consider if the previously mentioned shortcomings are important to you or not. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions about this device, please drop us a comment down below. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and visit gizmochina.com for a more detailed written review. See you in the next video soon.